everyone, my name is Catherine. Like many teenagers, I have disagreements with my parents. I got really annoyed that they always crawl into my life with unsolicited advice, tell me how I should act and how what I do is always wrong. Once, we had a big fight. It happened so fast. As soon as I wish them to disappear, I want them to disappear from this earth forever! You want to know how it happened and what I went through? Then hear me out. In my family, we have me, my dad, my mom, and older sister Jessica. My sister and I didn't get along very well because she was always either talking on the phone or she wasn't at home. Jess never let me enter her room. She said that I was violating her personal space. I didn't even know what that meant. I liked trying her makeup without asking and doing my lashes, eyes, and lips. And she always got mad at me for this. I mean, I was just trying on her makeup. What was the big deal? And whenever I ran to complain to Mom, she was on my sister's side. She told me not to touch her things without permission. But how do I ever touch her stuff if she won't even talk to me? Because of this, I secretly got into her room while she wasn't home and did my makeup for fun. But whenever I got caught, she always screamed and shouted at me every time. My relationship with my dad, like with Jess, was so-so. He always disappeared at work and we never really saw him. And when he came home at night, he would eat and go to bed. And on the weekends, he would go see his mom, fix the car, or invent something. In general, it was nothing good. As for my mom, she was the complete opposite of Dad. She always meddled in our lives. Most of all, she loved to ask a million questions about how the day at school went, how I ate, with whom I talked to, who were my friends and who I didn't like. She used to secretly listen to my phone conversations with my friends and then pretended like she heard nothing. I was really angry at her for this. In fact, we had our last fight about this. I was having a really bad day from the very start. In my class, there was talk that there'd be a stargazing trip. You know, we all wanted romantic scenery and just have fun. My friends and I were going to pick out a place, prepare everything, and make wishes as the stars fell. Having planned the whole evening ahead of time, I was hoping a boy from class would take me. His name was Jonathan. I liked him since forever, and I dreamed of the day when we could hang out in a romantic setting. However, as soon as I woke up, I realized I'd overslept. There was a super important math test and I missed it. Before I had time to run out of the house, my mom slowed me down. She was furious. "Did you not make it to the test?" she asked me menacingly. I drank my coffee in a hurry, told my mom I'd figure it out, and left without even her getting a chance to say another word. When I came to school, I realized the teacher messaged my mom that I was not in class. "Demi, you're such a pain, Mrs. McKinney," I said rudely to her, for which she gave me an F and reported my behavior to my mother again. God, I was so mad. Right after school, I went home to change and go meet with Jonathan. And when I left my sister's room with her makeup, my mother was at the door. "So, young lady, where do you think you're going?" she asked. I reminded her of how important tonight was and I wanted to get through. But my mother blocked my way, and then she said that I will not go anywhere because I was grounded. "Sit at home and study math. You must fix your grade. And tomorrow, you have to apologize to the teacher," my mom said. I couldn't believe it. "Are you kidding me? I've been waiting for this night for a week," I told her, and my mom answered, "It would be better if you prepared for tests like this." I said, "No, this is unfair." Then she sent me to my room. Tears welled up in my eyes. How could she destroy my dream? I began to freak out, get angry. Came to my mom's bedroom, threw a tantrum out of anger. I said so many horrible things to her, and that they never got me, that she tries to ruin my life, and that I would be better off without my parents and sister, and that I hate my family. And I slammed the door before she had time to say anything. Went to my room, wrote a message to my good friend John, cried a lot, and then went to bed. 10 minutes before bedtime, I saw the stars falling and thought about what I was missing out on. If my family disappeared, I would be so happy, I said aloud and quietly fell asleep. All night long, I had nightmares, like being in a weird place. Rain fell. I tried to find help, but the people around me didn't pay attention. It was as if I was not there. In my dream, I couldn't get to my parents. They just weren't there. And then the message, "We are with you no more." I woke up from horror in the morning. I wanted to drink some water, and I went to the kitchen. The house suddenly looked strange. It was empty. In the kitchen, there was only one mug, plate, and utensils for one person. And in the bathroom, there was only one toothbrush. Mine. Somewhere inside, excitement began to arise. "Mom? Dad? Jess? Where are you?" I asked, but there was only dead silence. I ran to my parents' bedroom. It was empty. There was no stuff in the closet. Jess's room was also empty. Only the furniture remained. And only after 20 minutes of searching, I saw a note on the table in my room. It was written in my mother's handwriting. You have so much hatred towards us that we thought it would be better for you if we left. Goodbye. That's all. At that moment, I felt so lonely. I suddenly felt sorry that I drove my family away from me, behaved like an idiot. I didn't really want to go to that party myself. It was all because of Jonathan. On the one hand, it would seem that I should be happy they're gone, because I finally got what I wanted. But I was scared and didn't know what to do next. While I was sitting in the room crying, it was almost morning. I suddenly remembered that my mom used to always wake up at this time. She always made her signature pancakes. We adored them as a family. And Dad, he sat in the bathroom every morning for a long time. And my sister and I knocked on the door, not letting him have his peace. The second toilet was broken for many years, and my dad didn't have time to fix it. Jessica spun around the mirror for hours, picking out an outfit, putting on makeup, and playing loud music in the morning. I couldn't stand it, but sometimes I really liked her songs. All these memories, one by one, scrolled through my head, and I felt worse. Suddenly, I heard a rustle. I thought that maybe my mom had come back. Maybe she forgot something. I ran into the living room and barely had time to duck down. There were people I didn't know in our house. They had to be robbers. My heart pounded so hard. I slowly ran from room to room, hid, and heard them whispering. Then I managed to somehow get to the phone. I called the police, but as soon as I said that I needed help, they cut the phone wire. I slowly turned my head. "What the hell?" I said. And the other person looked at me with the wire cut and said, "Well, as you requested, you cut off all the connections with your family. Now you are truly alone." And then they started laughing out loud. It was so disturbing. I hit her multiple times, but she kept on laughing. "Katie, Kate, Catherine," echoed in my ears. I opened my eyes and saw my mother in front of me. "Did you have a nightmare? The pancakes are ready. Get up, you're gonna miss school," she said. I came to my senses and peered around the house. Everything was in their place. Everything was normal. Mom was in the kitchen, Jess had music in her room, and Dad was on the toilet. And I suddenly felt such relief and joy that they were all here and that I was not alone. "Thank God it was a dream," I said to myself, smiling at my reflection in the mirror. And at that moment, I heard Jess say, "Hey, who tore the cord from my phone?" If you liked the video, then please leave a like and comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe.